I'm just gonna say what we're all thinking, and girl, that is way too much highlighter. What are you doing? Hello people of the internet, my name is Reckless Mermaid, and I want to do a Valentine's Day video. I did some festive Valentine's Day makeup. It's way too pink. It's not, what, you know what? It's great. I look cute, I feel cute, I'm living my best Valentine's Day life. I have a pretty busy couple days today and tomorrow with some work stuff, but the inspiration struck me this afternoon to do some kind of a video for Valentine's Day. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, I mostly just want to play a song that I'm loving right now. Love is a Wild Thing by Kacey Musgraves. I just think it's such a beautiful song about love, and I've been playing it to myself in the last 2 days. I've just been playing it the last couple days, and I just think it's a beautiful song. So it's nowhere near polished. I'm like legit gonna be like, my computer's broken. I have the guitar chords for the song right in front of me because I don't have it even close to learned yet. But I wanted to play it anyway. It's an in progress, and if anybody in the world wants to see an actual like official an actual cover that's good, or I mean good for me, then let me know. I will do that. But before I play that Kacey Musgraves song, I just wanted to chat a little bit about Valentine's Day. So I used to be that person who would wear black on Valentine's Day. I did the whole anti-Valentine's Day thing. Me and my single friends used to call it Singles Awareness Day because it's the day when you will be made aware of your singleness every minute. So if that's you this Valentine's Day, if you're just like single as fuck and like normally you're cool with it, but today it's like a lot, or maybe you're never cool with it and today it's especially a lot. I mean, you can feel the way that you want to feel. Your feelings are, you know, valid, but at the same time, I would encourage you to try not to be too bitter. Don't be bitter, be better. Stop it. Get some help. I just think being negative and sad is a waste of energy. So growing up, I would always wear like pink or red on Valentine's Day because I just love to be festive. I'm just a person who enjoys occasions and specialness and being festive and celebrating. So I used to wear pink and red together on Valentine's Day, even through like high school, I think. Maybe by high school I was already doing the black thing. I'm trying to remember, like, when did I start wearing all black? I definitely did it in college, like in my late teens, early 20s. And people would like comment on it and be like, "Oh, that's so cool, you're wearing all black on Valentine's Day." Now, for me, that actually would be a thing because there's no black in my wardrobe. I don't like black. I've never liked black, so it would be legitimately difficult for me to put together an all black outfit. I probably had to wear like my band pants from concert band because they were probably the only black pants I owned. I've legit never bought a pair of black pants that wasn't for like work or something. So I just don't like black. But I would pull together a black outfit for Valentine's Day, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying don't wear black on Valentine's Day. I'm not saying don't have an anti-Valentine's Day. In fact, you probably should. So in college, a lot of us who were single, we had like a tradition where we would do a party together. I remember playing DDR at one friend's house. We would always have some kind of a gathering on the 14th, on February 14th, just to have fun. I thought that was amazing. And yeah, we did do the whole anti-Valentine's Day. I think we like, you know, black paper plate. I don't think we had paper plates, but like black stuff. Most of us would wear black and we'd make fun of couples, and that's fun. If you want to get to like make it a festive thing, like that's super great. I haven't had a lot of experiences of being single on Valentine's Day and sad. So I don't want to take that away from you. And the only reason that I didn't have those experiences is because I was not, most of my Valentine's days, I've either been with my partner, who I've been with now for over 10 years, or I was so bitter against men and romance that I didn't ever want to date anybody, and Valentine's Day was stupid. it's still kind of stupid. Like, it's dumb to spend extra money on roses. Honestly, like, my husband doesn't buy me flowers for Valentine's Day. Why would he pay more? Like, he buys me flowers on random days. And I just think that if you treat your boo great, then that's a whole different topic. But anyway, we don't, like, do anything crazy for Valentine's Day now either. But before I met him, I was really, like, anti-dating. I didn't want to get married. I just wanted to be single forever. When I was younger, like junior high, I very much wanted a boyfriend, like every 14-year-old does, I think, maybe, or girlfriend. For me, I would only admit boyfriend. So for me, it was boyfriend. In junior high, I wanted a boyfriend, and nobody liked me. Like, I just didn't have a lot of friends, wasn't very cool, kind of weird, big surprise. So those were some sad Valentine's days. And then by the time I was in my early 20s, I was kind of over men. I had never had a date before, so I was just like to the whole thing. And then I met my now partner, and he's the only person I ever dated. What a charming story. So I guess I feel a little weird about my relationship status. I feel weird about the fact that I'm married. I always go back and forth between husband and partner because it just feels weird to be married. Love my partner, love my husband, love marriage. Just feel like it's weird that I'm married. But anyway, I feel weird about my relationship status because I was legit single until I met my guy when I was 21. I had never been on a date. I had kissed one person. Only one guy had ever liked me back. I was real inexperienced. So I really thought that I was gonna be #forever single. There wasn't hashtags back then. There was no Twitter. Old. But I thought that I was gonna be single forever, and I had made my peace with it. Now, I know that I was kind of coming from like a bitter place, of having not great experiences with men, or boys, if we're honest. I mean, I was 20. Technically they're men, but like mostly it's boys, right? And and then I just met my guy, and he'd never dated anyone either, even though he was 23 and like incredibly handsome. And then we dated for a bit and got married. The end. That's my whole entire romantic history. So I identify a lot more with like the forever single crowd than I would the whatever the opposite crowd is, forever dating, I guess, or whatever. And whether you're looking for a girl to spend your life with or a boy to spend your life with, when I feel incredibly lucky to have met my partner. I'm not trying to rub it in on Valentine's Day. I'm just acknowledging that I feel so fortunate. But at the same time, I was thinking about, why do I feel so fortunate? What do I actually love about being in a relationship? And you know what it is it's just having somebody there. So you don't need to bang someone to be there for them, right? Like, call a friend, spend Valentine's Day with a friend. If you're just like sitting home, find a single person, or like crash a couple. I would 100% hang out with with a single person. That's like third wheel. Like, what does that even mean? So like, find like a cool couple who doesn't want to go to a way too busy restaurant for Valentine, right? Like, just do something fun. This is like a bigger message about just like enjoy your life and don't waste time being sad for no reason. But specifically for Valentine's Day, just appreciate where you're at. As a person who did get married quite young, that has been kind of weird because I got married when I was 23. Don't get married when you're 23, got kids. Nobody's any business getting married when they're 23 for the most part. But it worked out well for me. I picked a great guy, so no regrets. But I think that, I completely lost my train of thought. The thing about getting married when you're 23 is you take yourself out of like the dating pool real early. And when I look back, I think it's almost like that was kind of just when the fun starts to happen, because you're dating people who are adults, right? Which is probably better than dating people who are teenagers when you're a teenager. So, I mean, I'm happy. I'm very, very happily married, and I love my guy, but it was weird to be going to university and like was kind of nice, I guess, maybe, to never have that, like, sexual tension with any classmates ever, because I was just real off the market. I just spilled coffee in my lap. Valentine's Days be like, no, that's just me being messy. Oh, these pants are so cute, now I have to wash them. So, yeah, it was weird taking myself out of the... So I guess maybe I want to say be careful what you wish for, because I went through a long period of time where I loved my guy, loved my life, but I felt like it was a little unfair that I met him when I was 21. He's the only person that I've ever, like, been with. And, that was like a thing to wrap my head around. The fact that I had committed myself to this person, for life, without really gathering any other experiences. Like, I've never had a one-night stand, not like you have to, but I never have. There's so many, like, I felt... I went through a little period of, like, several years of kind of feeling like I had missed out, and it's weird because everything in our culture, movies, music, TV shows, the dialogue, what's the word? The zeitgeist? I don't think that's what that word means. But, like, the mood of our culture is, let me find a bae. I just think that our whole, like, until you find your life partner, I think that so much of our focus and our energy is just on finding that person, dating, looking, flirting. Part of it is maybe just because we're fueled by hormones, but so much of our culture and our what is that word? Like, our ecosystem, that's not the word I'm looking for, but our cultural ecosystem is very, like, finding your mate. And that makes sense, because it's an enormous biological drive, so it makes sense that we're all low-key obsessed with it. But it's really weird once you find your mate and you're like, now what? Especially because we don't want to do the kids thing. I love travel and life. You can love life and want kids, but I love my life and I don't want to change it. So it's weird when you take yourself out of that, and then you're like, what? Like, what am I supposed to be doing? And I know you're all, like, thinking, like, build your career. Like, of course, yeah, of course. Have a life's work. But I think that it's just... when you're, like, in a new class in university or high school and you're meeting new people and you're like, does he like me? Oh, is there chemistry? Like, you know what I mean? I've been so out of that for, like, a while now. It's been almost 10 years. Maybe exactly 10 years, actually. Yeah. And, it's fine. Like, it's a thing. It's a thing that I had to, like, kind of figure out. I'm just saying that if you actually... The grass is always greener, right? I mean, you can probably look at me and be like, man, she found her dream guy real young. She didn't have to, like, deal with any of that stuff. And it's true. And that's true. But there are some things that I just, like, never got to do. And I went through a period in my 20s at the 7-year itch mark, probably. I went through a thing where I just felt like I had missed out. And I felt like it was this weird, almost like cosmic injustice that I met my person before I was attractive to the opposite sex. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. I'm fully serious. Men were absolutely, completely not interested. Like, the men in my sphere could not have been less into, like, my deal, my shtick, what I had on offer before I met my partner. No, you're not crazy. I moved a little bit. I lost my train of thought, and I honestly had to just watch back what I had recorded, because I totally forgot what I was talking about. What I was talking about was this weird, like, I felt like I had this cosmic injustice. I have just never really felt like men are very interested in me. And then something kind of happened when I got into my like early 20s and up until now, where, you know, I actually do get some male attention. Like, guys do flirt with me, guys do ask me out. That did not happen, like, even one time, I don't think, before I got married. And I realized that this is sounding really sad, like I just married the first person who was interested. That's not true. He's friggin' unreal, and I just lucked out. That's all it is. So I wouldn't want it any other way. I would want to end up with this person. I just lost my eye line. I would want to end up with this person, but I just felt like I had been shortchanged on the experiences end, because there were so many things that I hadn't done and I would never do. And I've been kind of like dancing around it, but because I'm not out in my life, but I have, this channel has 2 subscribers, so whatever. I would say that I would identify probably as I'm somewhere on the Kinsey scale. I've never out loud said that I'm bisexual or pansexual or anything like that, but definitely not only into guys. However, if you are a female friend and you are watching this, no, I've never had a crush on you. It's not like that. Don't make it weird. Thanks. I think that's my big fear with coming out, is losing all of the females in my life. Anyway, let's examine that later. But I am attracted to women. I think less than men. It shifts around. I seem to just slide up and down. But what I will say is I am definitely not straight. And there have been times when I've been only interested in my husband and other women. And anyway, this is not what this video is about. But like, I've never kissed a girl. But I know that I've been interested in women since before I went through puberty. And yeah, so I went through like a chunk of time where I just felt like I've been missed out. And I think that it speaks a little bit to my worldview, in that I just think that life is to be experienced and lived and soaked up and seized and appreciated and enjoyed. And I felt like I didn't get to have all the experiences. But then I moved through that phase over the years. It took a while, and I was very happily married through it, and I was really communicative with my husband about it and how, you know, I felt, because yeah, and we never came to any kind of like an arrangement, like an open marriage or anything like that. I always fell on the end of, we seem to have a great thing going here, let's not mess it up. So we didn't. But I've always been really open with him about how I felt and how he feels, and that's just the kind of relationship that we have. And I just think, thank God, I wasn't foolish enough to throw away what an incredible thing just because I felt like I was missing out. And I also came to realize that I've actually had some other really cool experiences that other people don't have if they don't get married young. And for me, it was honestly learning to adult, growing into adulthood with someone, because we did that together. I don't know what that was, but we were together. We came, oh God, I'm just like imagining going through life holding someone's hand. That's all that this is supposed to be. So I had somebody, you know, to do all that stuff with, to learn how to file my taxes, and there were so many like weird stressors that we had to deal with as a couple, because we just like done fucked up all the time because we were 21 and didn't know what we were doing, or 23 or whatever. So I really cherish the fact that I was given the opportunity to have the experience to grow into adulthood with my partner. That was something that we did together because we were kids when we got married. And I cherish that, and I'm thankful for it. But this is a video about perspective. So the grass is always greener, man. The grass always looks greener on the other side of the fence. And is there still like a part of me that wishes that I'd have met him when I was 25, and we could have got married when I was like 30, and I could have like had those like wild times, especially because you know, I was just talking about my sexuality, and I was very, very Christian. That's why I got married when I was 23. I was very, very Christian and quite conservative up until like probably 5 years ago. So like, me and girls romantically, like, that was not a thing. That was not a thing to consider. That was not an option. You know, I was just trying to pray that gay away. So that part, I'm a little like, it kind of sucks that there's like this whole aspect of my sexuality that I just might not explore or experience ever. But I don't really mind, to be honest with you. I don't need to have experiences with women to validate my orientation. It just doesn't matter to me. Like, I don't need to have those experiences because I've got other ones. And that's really what the whole kind of point of this video, I think, is in this long ramble, is just go out and experience something this Valentine's Day. Make it fun. Whether you're poking fun at how dumb Valentine's Day is and you decide to wear black and have an anti-Valentine's Day party and watch horror movies or something, like, do that. That's way better than sitting at home and feeling sorry for yourself. So I guess that's what and you know, there's, maybe you've just been broken up with. Maybe this is like the actual worst. But like, I would just say, what are you telling yourself? Because the facts are, it's February 14th and you're single. That's all. That's all that is the fact. It doesn't mean that you're a loser. It doesn't mean you're unlovable. It doesn't mean you're never going to find anybody. None of those things are true just because today is February 14th and you happen to be single today. You know, so I guess if I were to give any unsolicited advice to the internet, because we don't have enough of that online already, but I would just say, don't sit at home feeling sorry for yourself. You know, and if you really, really want to feel sorry for yourself, like, just fucking enjoy it at least, right? Like, draw your bubble, like, have a bubble bath and feel sorry for yourself and cry, or if that's what you need to do. But you know what I mean? Just be festive. Go to Lush and buy a cool bath bomb. I don't know. Like, just don't sit in your bed scrolling through your phone, looking at what all your friends are doing and getting for Valentine's Day and feeling bad for yourself, because you're just gonna ruin your own day. And that's silly, because you only get so many of them, right? And you're never gonna get today twice. So, I mean, this is just so many cliches that nobody asked for, but it's the way that I feel. I'm allowed. So, yeah, just do something cool and just reach out to the people. You know, this is like trying to tie in my song now, Love is a Wild Thing. Just make this a day of love for you, whether it's the love that you have for your friends, whether it's and P.S., if you're single and bummed about it, you've probably got a single friend who's feeling the same. Like, maybe reach out to her or him and like cheer each other up. Or maybe they don't feel bummed about it and you can reach out to them and then y'all can both have a good time. And you can, like, you know, catch on to that positive energy that they've got going. I think just make it a day about love. Love your friends, love a family member, call your mom or your dad, love yourself, love where you are in life, love your path, or like love your significant other if you got one. But don't only love them, love other people too. Make sure that the things you're telling yourself about today are things that are true and not just things that are easy to tell yourself and feel sad. You know, my therapist always says, ask yourself, is it harmful? Is it true? Because if it's no, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If it's not both of those, you don't want it to be harmful and you don't want it to be, and you do want it to be true. So anyways, is it harmful? Yes, then don't think about it. Even if it's true, even if all you're thinking is like, I just got dumped and I'm so single and this is the worst. Even if that's true, is it harmful for you to play that track through your head all day? You decide. I'm not gonna tell you what's good for you or not. This is not your friggin' mom. But just, is it harmful? Because if it is, maybe get rid of it. You know, maybe try to swap that out with something that's a little bit happier. Or if you're gonna be sad, I mean, just be sad, I guess. I mean, you can be sad too if you want to. So, okay, without further ado, this has been my Valentine's Day chat. I'm trying so hard not to have a ton of footage to edit, and I'm already at like 25 minutes. Go me. I'm gonna sing this song. I'm gonna be following it on my computer. This is not polished. This isn't ready to go, but we're doing it anyway. Because it's such a beautiful song, and I think it's a great message to hear on this day of love. My miniature dachshund Diesel is right there. He's just in his bed right here. As far as I'm aware, he loves to sing. I don't think he hates it. I think he loves it. He knows I'm talking about him. He's thrashing around now. Anyway, he usually comes over and like barks in my face anytime I try to sing. And I was gonna try and like go into another room and shut the door. But I was just like, you know what? I love him. He loves me, I believe. So, I mean, if my little dog wants to sing Love is a Wild Thing by Kacey Musgraves with me, you know, who am I to have any kind of an issue with that? So, without further ado, I'm going to adjust this just because if he does run over, I want him to be in frame so that you can at least see the little gremlin goblin that is shrieking in my face. Ooh, what an unflattering angle. We love. There you are. Yeah, you can just be you for the end, since you won't come into the frame, you little butt. Running like a river. Oh, I want to get the bridge in. Running like a river, trying to find the ocean. Flowers in the concrete. Climbing over fences, blooming in the shadows. Places that you can't see. Coming through the melody. There's a wave. Running like a river, trying to find the ocean. Hi. So I already tried to record this song like twice, and he won't come on frame. Like, he just lays in his bed, usually covered in a blanket, and shrieks. He shrieks, but he won't show himself. You're such a pain, little sausage dog. So, I can't play this song laying down. I don't know it well enough yet, but I'm just going to change the camera angle so that it's, so it's just him. So that you can see him singing from under his blanket. I'm not hitting him hard, it's just a sound. My weasel. You're such a pain. Why won't you let the internet see you? Hey? Guess I didn't really, he wants his privacy. Oh, you're so cute and you refuse to go on camera. You are such a little fart. Anyways. Love is a Wild Thing by Kacey Musgraves, everyone. This video is over. I give up. He left his bed because he wasn't having it. I don't know why he's like this. I feel like a stage mom. I feel like I'm being a cringy stage parent, forcing my child to perform, and they are clearly not into it. And the funny thing is, I wish I could just record a video of me singing and not have him ruin it. But I can't. So I thought that this would be a way, right? Like I thought, oh, well, like I'll let him be involved, right? I'll let him have his part to play. And I thought that that was gonna like, I can hear him rolling in the other room. I thought I thought that if I like included him in the intro, then to the song, then it wouldn't be like weird that he had ruined it, even though his singing is awful and piercing, and like RIP headphone users if he did actually sing with us. He loves to sing, just won't do it on camera, off camera, ruining it. So, I don't know. I've got like plenty of videos of me and him being so cute singing, and I guess he's just retired. Now that I'm actually making videos on YouTube and not just leaving him on my flash drive all the time, he doesn't want to perform.
Hey? Is that true? You don't want to? You don't want to? Come here. Come. At least come say hi.
You're such a little...
Why? Oh, snorts.
My goof. What? Okay. I don't know why you're like this. Anyways, this video is over. Bye.
Places that you